Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin for a live stream. It's been a while since we've done a live stream one-on-one. Generally, we do live streams for watch-alongs. We do the live streams for All You Can Eat Chelsea. And then all the other times we try and do videos because, to be honest, time is of the essence. Time is of the essence, ladies and gentlemen. But do you know what? I thought this occasion deserves a live stream. This transfer saga deserves a live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Because what's going on? What's going on? What is going on with Mr. Maignan? Because I'm a little bit baffled. I'm a little bit baffled by everything. I'm a little bit perplexed. I don't know who's saying the truth anymore. I'm not sure. But one thing I am sure about. When David Ornstein, when Orny is not there, then you are not getting horny. When Orny is not saying anything, do not even dare to get horny. Do you understand? Only Orny can make you horny. That's the bottom line. That's what I've realized from all of this nonsense that has happened over the last few days. Fabrizio Romano pins. Fabrizio Romano, wow, he pinned Mike Mignon's post literally less than 12 hours ago. He pinned it. And now this morning, he's unpinned it. This guy's moving mad, you know. This guy's moving mad. Big up to I am 2094. DK, big up to you, my man. Luco. King Mo, English with Dexter. At the other side of the coin, Ornstein said he doesn't know anything on the deal because he doesn't have Milan contacts. Okay. He doesn't have Milan contacts, and he doesn't have any Chelsea contacts either, apparently. Yeah? I'm meant to believe Ornstein knows nothing about this deal. Whoever he gets information from Chelsea, you know that emoticon, you know that emoji. It's as if everything has to come from the Milan side. Well, surely there's someone from Chelsea side that seems to know everything as well, no? Or is it just a one-way traffic from Milan? This negotiation is happening only with Milan and Mike Maignan and no representative from Chelsea. Surely there's someone from Chelsea that's also involved, of course. And they don't feel the need to say anything to David Ornstein? Is that what I'm meant to believe? Is that what I'm meant to believe? I'm meant to believe someone from the Chelsea side knows about this deal, but they're choosing not to tell David Ornstein about it. Look, I don't know. All I'm going to say is madness is happening right now. Yesterday, late night, UK time, after I posted my video, which was Di Marzio. Di Marzio is turning out to be a fraud. I thought Di Marzio was at least credible when it came to Italian news. Di Marzio said Chelsea is now putting 18 million. Now we're hearing news from the Athletic. No, we're not budging from the 12.6 million. Where's the 18 million coming from? What's Di Marzio saying? Di Marzio clearly, when it comes to Italian news, I thought he was king shit. Now he's just shit. They dropped king off. Fabrizio saying 60%, 45%, 35%, 25%. He's saying all sorts of madness. Percentages after percentages. What's true? What's true? Now we're hearing that apparently we did Milan a favor. We're going to go through the news very, very soon anyway. But apparently we did a favor to Milan with Christian Pulisic. You know, Pulisic would have been worth a lot more money than what they paid us. And, we don't want to budge. We want them to do us a favor. We want them to do us a favor because we apparently did them a favor. I don't know, man. I don't know. What's that got to do with anything? Christian Pulisic, why did you do them a favor? Who told you to? Chelsea Football Club, who told you to do a favor? Who told you to do a favor? Well, clearly AC Milan ain't doing you a favor at all. They're not doing us any favors. I mean, are we haggling over just a few million? Look, I still believe it's going to happen. Like, I find it. I've convinced myself that it's going to happen. I've literally convinced myself that this transfer of Maignan will happen because surely we're not going to haggle over 4 or 5 million pounds, are we? On a world-class goalkeeper. Okay, you might say he's not world-class, but on a very, very good goalkeeper. I've convinced myself that this is happening. And if it doesn't happen because of few millions, I would find that very strange and very odd. We go around smashing money on kids. We go around just throwing money on kids like this. How much was Coenda? How much was Coenda? Well, how much was that deal? He ain't even going to join us this season. He's joining us the next season. You're telling me we can't get Maignan just because there's a disagreement for 4 or 5 million pounds. Let's just say, I don't know, 7, 8 million pounds. Really? Really? Anyway, look. Milan's just as stupid as well. Like, you're going to lose the player on free. You're going to lose the player on free. And also, look, if we don't get him for the Club World Cup, no problems. We'll go again. We'll go again after the Club World Cup or when the next window opens, which is literally in 6 days' time anyway. So, at worst case scenario, this doesn't happen before Club World Cup, which is a shame. It would have been nice to get Maignan at Club World Cup. But hopefully it happens after that. Hopefully it happens after that. It all depends what Maignan wants as well. Like, I mean, if he ends up going on and accepting a new contract from AC Milan, you never know then, that could be a bit of an issue as well. That could be a bit of an issue. We're going to go through the news very, very soon. Let's see some of your comments now. If we don't get Maignan, this is a pump fake. We were just playing around. Yeah, looks like it. It was a pump fake. This ownership didn't want to buy someone if there would be no resale value, as if Sterling or Nkunku had great resale value. Yeah, so good point. CFCJ, Chelsea have communicated that they will pay a maximum of 15 million euros to AC Milan for Maignan. Chelsea see the sale of Christian Pulisic to Milan in 2023 for 20 million as part of their reasoning. I mean, going back to 2023 about Christian Pulisic, I don't think it works that way, my man. You can't just go back to what you did. Why did you do that? Why? Who told you to do that deal for 20 million? Who told you to do that? You shouldn't have done that. Milo, okay, while it's true, I believe these sporting directors are useless. I sort of understand their sentiment on this deal. Specifically, Milan are leeches. We have you, Pulisic, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and others for far cheap. Yeah, look, I get it. I absolutely get it. I understand it. And in fact, to be honest, I just find the whole reporting of it quite baffling. That's what I find. Like, Chelsea want to hold a stance on it. They want to maybe revisit after this window is closed. The next window is going to open very, very soon. And if anything, if Maignan wants to stick around and just see his contract out, no problems. We'll get the player for free. We can sign a pre-contract agreement in January. But my thing is, why don't we just we're haggling over 4 or 5 million. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not talking about Gittins. Like, for example, Gittins, Dortmund wants something in excess of 42, 50, I don't know. Some even said 75 million euros, right? I understand we want to haggle over that because we don't want to pay anything more than 30, 35 million, which is about the right price for Gittins. We'll talk about Maignan. We put in 12.6 million. AC Milan wants something around 20. I think if we just shift from that 12.6 and get it to about maybe 15 or maybe 18, it happens. It happens. The deal happens. But if they're sort of hell-bound on 20, well then, okay, fair enough, we move on. But yeah, I just find the whole reporting things very, very funny how some of the journalists are moving in regards to this. But yeah, I test merchant. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's only 20 million. Why can't we just pay it? Yeah, look, that's right. I mean, for a top goalkeeper as well, right? Like 20 million for a top goalkeeper on his final year of the contract. I mean, it's not. Look, if you can't get to 20 million, just get as close to it. Like maybe get to 17. If you haven't moved from 12.6, and what is this 12.6? How are you valuing this? Where's this valuation coming from? Well, how did we reach to 12.6? Can someone do the maths? Get your calculator out. Get your calculator. How you got to 12.6? Who does this? Is there like a valuation party? Is there like a valuation warehouse where you send a name via the internet? Maignan, valuation house, value him. Please go and value. Who's doing this valuation? Or is this valuation coming from Transfer Market? How are we doing this valuation? Height, how tall you are? How much do you weigh? How many saves? How many man of the matches? How you do this valuation? Excel spreadsheet. 15 million euros is 12.6. Yeah, well, how did we get to that 12 point? Okay, how did we get to that 15 million euros? How we got to that? Joe Sal, thank you so much for the super chat. Mignon was from the City Academy, no issues. Yeah. Chat GPT. Laying in Simmons. My days. Natalie, I'm really getting tired of the ownership not getting players over the line. It's embarrassing. Look, I mean, look, I wish we went like some of these targets are not. Mignon's a good target. Mignon's a good target, but if you really value like the briefings that we've heard in recent times, right, that we don't like any of our goalkeepers. But we've also heard that we're quite happy with 4 goalkeepers. I don't know what's true anymore. But I heard from the top journalists that report on Chelsea that Chelsea don't want to have Robert Sanchez or Jurgensen. Like they're not happy with any of the goalkeepers. They really appreciate Maignan. Like this is what was fed to us, right? This is what was fed. So if that's the case, I mean, try and do your level best to get Maignan. If that's who you want, try your level best to get him. So I understand the Maignan, like the target's good, go and get him. But other targets like Gittins, Garnachos, like it don't make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense to me. I know some of you guys like Gittins. I don't understand, but look, he's a good player and all, but I don't get it. I don't get it. We've got Dilap, fantastic. We've got Dilap, that's good. But there's Osimhen, there's Victor Osimhen literally just rejecting Saudis left, right, and center. And we're not doing anything about it. Jeremy, brother, let me tell you something. Just once. One time, do the comment. Please don't keep spamming. If I don't read it, I don't read it. You move on. You move on. Stick to the topic, you move on. Don't spam the same thing because it's not... I want to have a healthy live chat. Don't just keep spamming the same thing. If I don't read it, I don't read it, mate. Like there's nearly 500 people live. It's very possible I may not read yours because the live chat's moving. I may not read yours. It's okay. It's okay, Jeremy. Don't spam. Please. Jeremy, Ms. Chelsea strategy is buying is equal to what's their age? How many years left in contract? What will be their resale value in 2 to 3 years if he doesn't reach potential? But okay, you say this. You say this, right? You say this, which is fine. Yes, there's some valuation criteria, but how do you put a monetary value on these things? Strategy buying is equal to what's their age. Okay, so Mignon's age is 29. How many years left in his contract? 1 year. What will be their resale value like? Is there like a spreadsheet where someone's plugging in these numbers and then they press enter and then it goes boom, answer? Like, is someone actually plugging in what's their age? 29. How many years left? 1. Resale value in 2 to 3 years? I don't know. Unknown. Enter. Boom. 12.6 million. Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening? Yeah. It's all based on what AI says, Ms. Incredible. All right, let's have a look at the news, man. Let's see what PYS is up to. It is up to some madness, PYS. Okay, let's check this out. Let's refresh. Okay. Newcastle are not considering Noni Madueke. That's probably it's probably bad news for us. We want Newcastle to get interested because, look, let's be honest. I mean, Noni Madueke is okay, but we've now seen 2 seasons of Noni Madueke, and in all honesty, it's not like he's developing in the rate of knots. He's not really Chelsea level. He does a job, but he's not really Chelsea level. All right, this is from Simon Johnson. Simon Johnson was the one that reported late last night that it looks highly unlikely that we're going to get this Maignan deal done now. Chelsea have communicated that we will pay a maximum of 15 million to AC Milan for Maignan, 50 million euros. That's 12.6, as someone said. Chelsea see the resale of Christian Pulisic to Milan in 2023 for 20 million as part of their reasoning. Pulisic just had 12 months left on the contract, but was 6 years younger. Pulisic also plays in a position that commands higher fees. I mean, look, the reasonings are strong. But Christian Pulisic at that time, see, I love this reporting. Do you know what's missing in this reporting, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know what's missing in this report? Christian Pulisic's injury report is missing in this post. Simon Johnson, very cleverly, very cunningly, has purposely left out Christian Pulisic's injury report. Christian Pulisic, when he was getting sold by Chelsea Football Club, man barely played any football for us. So there needs to be a discount there. Man was also not preferred. That's the other thing that's been left out from this report, from this post. Christian Pulisic wasn't preferred. Christian Pulisic wasn't preferred as well. He was unwanted. Yeah, there you go, TJ. We also wanted to get rid of Pulisic. Milan wants to keep Maignan. Exactly, 2 different situations. Milan are actually begging Maignan. Allegri is begging Maignan. They want him to stay. That's why they want to impose the highest amount of fee that they can get. Pulisic, we didn't want him. All of that has a discount. We didn't want him, and he had injury issues. So all of this has an impact. All of this has an impact. So I might actually comment on that. Yeah. I'm gonna actually put that. Yeah. Simon Johnson, this is a bit of, I think this is a bit of a nonsense stuff. I mean, yeah, look, somewhat makes sense, but somewhat doesn't make sense. It's a bit of both. 10 hours ago, Minion update. Sources close to AC Milan now say they want more than 18 million that Chelsea bid. Contacts will continue tomorrow morning. See, 18 million pounds. I mean, they want more than that. Obviously, they want to get to that 20 million probably. Look, at the end of the day, if we really value this player so much, we've got to make a decision. If we don't, and we just want to just prove a point, I mean, who are we proving a point to? Who are we actually proving a point? Someone's saying refresh. All right, let's see what's the latest. Let's see what's the latest. 80 million is acceptable. Yeah, I agree. 80 million is acceptable. 18 million is acceptable. All right, let's have a look. We've wanted Maignan for years, but he's never been truly available. And now that he is, Paul and Lawrence are haggling over a few million quid. Maresca wants him. Maignan wants to come. The club have always wanted him. It makes it worse when they slap down 25 million for Robert Sanchez, 50 million for Mugu, etc. Yeah, I mean, 25 million for Robert Sanchez, and we can't pay 20 million. I mean, look, I understand we want to negotiate. I get that. I understand we want to negotiate, but you know, I guess we're in a situation where we're going after their asset that they don't want to let go of, whereas we've let go of assets that we didn't want, and they got a good discount out of it. You know, likes of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Christian Pulisic, Tomori, Tammy Abraham. I mean, Tammy Abraham went to Roma, I believe, but whoever else went to AC Milan, right? We didn't want any of those players. Let's have a look at what Chelsea Dodgers is saying. One hour ago, Chelsea has remained at 12.6 million for Maignan, but added bonuses. Okay. So we didn't actually hit that 18 million, did we? We didn't actually hit that 18 million. We didn't actually hit that 18 million. We've actually hit that 12.6, plus we added bonuses to take it to 18 million. Under these conditions, the deal remained difficult, even if the clubs are still in contact. It's unclear if Chelsea will make a new offer. I feel like it's going to happen still, man. Like, how can it not happen from here on in? It's pretty mad. Chelsea do not intend to take all the players to the US, so there will be no bomb squad out there while departures are being organized. Yeah, well, there's got to be plenty of departures. Look at this one. Nico Williams has already been ruled out by Chelsea for a variety of reasons, but Fabrizio Romano recently said he's our number one target. Apparently, Nico Williams is our number one target. Fabrizio Romano said that, and yet Simon Johnson saying he's already been ruled out. Look, we already know, man. None of this Nico Williams. We're not doing Nico Williams. Come on. We know. Gittins. Come on, Gittins. Chelsea have made an inquiry for Hugo Ekitike, but they are not prepared to pay the current asking price of it. Look, that makes sense. 84 million for Ekitike. My days. 84 million on a player that's... You're still gambling, you know. You are still gambling. I mean, surely Osimhen, like... I think his release, the fee that was agreed, Napoli agreed with Saudis, was 75 million euros, which is what? Around 65, maybe? 65 million pounds? I don't know, man. I don't know. 84 million for Ekitike. That's a joke. That really is a joke. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea are looking at buying one or two wide players. Apart from Jamie Gittins, others on the list include Alejandro Garnacho, Mohamed Kudus. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, have a look at this list. You got Garnacho, you got Gittins, and you got Kudus. Why is Kudus in between a couple of players that have... first of all, why is Kudus with Garnacho? Like, how can your list be Garnacho, Kudus, and Gittins? Like, Gittins, okay, fair enough. He's a decent enough player, but there's still so much growth that he needs to do, right? Garnacho is a rubbish player. How is he in the same list as Mohamed Kudus, who's a fabulous player? He's a very good player. Kudus is such a good player. How is this a list? How is this a list? It's like having a list like Didier Drogba, Thierry Henry, Harry Kane, and who else? I'm just thinking of a rubbish striker. I don't know. And why can't I think of a rubbish striker? Give me a rubbish striker. Morata. Yeah, Morata. Yeah, Morata. There you go, Jeremy. I got you, bro. I got you. Imagine having Didier Drogba, Thierry Henry, Harry Kane, and Morata. That's my list. That's my list. Like, what's Morata doing in that list? Excuse me. And same thing in this list. Like, what's Garnacho doing in this list? Look, I will not be shocked if we get Garnacho, you know. I will not be shocked. I will not be shocked. I'll tell you this much. I will not be shocked. Lurfix, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. The Olise saga told us everything. His camp came out and said that our SD left them on hold for a week, not haggling for a couple M for a starter. Shake my head. Yeah. Yeah. LA Nat. Yeah. What's going on 2 hours ago? Yep. Oh, yeah, there's some Roman news as well. He's never coming back again, ladies and gentlemen. But that was expected. Maybe we'll cover that in a different video. There is no way on this planet that 30 million for Maignan is overpaying, regardless of anything else. We paid 25 million for Robert Sanchez. It's priority position to upgrade. Maignan is a massive upgrade. 30 million in this market is pennies, and it wouldn't even be that much anyway. Look, I mean, Tom, this guy, look, on a personal level is a good guy, but some of his takes are, look, I'm not saying go and pay 30 million. No one's asking for, Milan don't even want 30 million. Milan, I think, wants smack bang 20 million. They want minimum 20 million, right? But Milan needs to understand there needs to be a negotiation. Just because you want 20 million, I'm just going to give you 20 million. Let's negotiate. Let's come to a middle ground. But it looks like we've not done the 18 million. We've stuck to the 12.6 and we've added bonuses to get to that 18 million. So Milan don't want no bonuses because bonuses are not guaranteed. They want guaranteed money. They want guaranteed money. That's what they want. Yeah, they want guaranteed money. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see what you guys are saying. If it's some Brazilian 16-year-old kid, we would be dying to pay 50 million. UCL makes us forget these SD and board policies. No, you're right, man. You're right. 16, 15-year-olds, yeah. We're paying 80, 90, 100 million, no problems. Don't worry, Miz. We will spend 100 million on a bunch of 20-year-old rappers. Yeah. And people will appreciate that as well. People will appreciate that. People will 100% appreciate that. They paid 30 million for Dewsbury Hall, but we won't be. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Wow. Wow. When you think about these sort of like transfers, 30 million on Dewsbury Hall and 20 million for Maignan. I mean, isn't that 30 million what a waste? Like, even if we say we want to get rid of him this window, right? We want to see, we want to sell him. How much we're not going to get 30 million from Dewsbury Hall? I don't know. Probably going to get about like 25 million, and that's probably just break even. because you take away 1 year of his amortization and you're just breaking even. And that's a player that we didn't even use. We didn't even utilize. Maignan is actually going to be the #1 goalkeeper. And he's a proper upgrade. Look, I'm still hoping we're going to get the deal done. I'm still hoping we get the deal done. By the way, Milan wingers for Club World Cup group stage games, Noni, Neto, George. So not that great until we see Lord, Sterling, or maybe Paez at wings, which I don't like as he is a CM. Yes. I mean, potentially we could use Jackson there as well, no? I mean, if we have Delap up front, we can use Jackson as well. If anything, Jackson's probably better out wide. Is Nkunku going? Is Nkunku going to Club World Cup, or... I mean, he's still our player. Is Nkunku going to Club World Cup? Maybe not. Maybe not. Felix, I think he's not. Felix is searching for a new club. I think he's looking to go to Benfica. So, yeah. But Nkunku, I know he wants to leave, but still our player. Still our player. Cole Palmer could play out wide as well. Then who do you play through the middle? Maybe Enzo Fernandez. Andre Santos should be playing for us in the Club World Cup. So Enzo, Caicedo, Andre Santos. Isugu should be playing for us as well, no? Club World Cup, Isugu. Now, Estevao is going to be for Palmeiras. Estevao playing for Palmeiras. I'm very interested to watch Palmeiras, man. Very, very interested. Very interested. Yeah, I agree. Probably see more Jackson on the left, Club World Cup. Yeah, we could. We could. I mean, Delap is there too. Paez, he should be with us as well, no? Paez should be with Chelsea. What is the latest? I mean, there are talks about him going to Strasbourg, but we don't know. We don't know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. We're going to wrap things up. I don't think there's any other latest news in regards to Maignan, but look, all of this reporting in regards to Maignan is all over the place. We'll see what happens till the end of tonight. If it happens or if it's not, look, I still believe it's going to happen. Surely we're not going to just lose this situation. And if it doesn't happen, I'm pretty sure it'll happen after the Club World Cup when the next window opens up again, which is in 6 days' time. And if it doesn't happen, we'll still might go for him at the end of the season. Well, at the end of December, you know, when the January window opens, we can sign up a pre-agreement with him on a free transfer. Anyway, Joshua Miz, off topic, but you're going to cover every Club World Cup match? Not every, but I will try and cover as many. Not every. Like, come on, man. Every single Club World Cup will be very difficult. I do have work, but most, I'll try most. Well, the important games, I'll try. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Smash up the like button. There's nearly 700 of you guys alive. Smash up the like button. Make sure we get to 500 likes. Easy, easy. Before you guys leave, just hit that like button and then F off. Do you know what I mean? But smash that like button. If you're here for the first time as well, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. I shall see you guys again sometime soon. Later on tonight, God willing, to cover the latest. And if there's any other breaking news that happens over the next, I don't know, couple of hours before I go to bed, we'll go live again. Do you know what I mean? We'll go live. Until next time, take care. See ya. Bye.